People were such in denial. They were saying, "Oh, the Superman film, he's not even going to film it." Then I covered the entire behind the scenes of that. It's filmed, obviously. Someone put out a fake rumor. The screenings is terrible. People latch onto that without even knowing where the source is of that information. All I'm saying, I mean, unless you don't want to be taken seriously, then you just continue doing what you're doing out there, because no one's taking the fandom seriously because of stuff like that, leaning on misinformation. And so just wanted to address that, because I was going to do a whole stream on that, but we're not going to do that right now. We'll have the crew come on top of the hour. Top of the hour. Give you about 10 more minutes and we'll get y'all on. Appreciate y'all patience back there for sure. But that's just what I want to address with that. And because we're going forward with that conversation, I'm not going back to 2022 anymore or 2016, all this. I'm just not going to do that anymore. So I'm sure that there's other angry channels. Y'all can go vent and do everything I want to do with that. But that what I'm seeing now, again, with what happened with Henry Cavill and Black Adam and the people in the fandom not supporting it and what they're trying to do hypocritically now, I can't rock with that. Y'all just, obviously y'all going to decide to do what y'all want to do, but just on my platform, we're not going to be reliving the past anymore in the chat every single stream. Just not going to do it. We cleared out a lot of toxic people already, so y'all know where to find them. So that is what it is. One more thing I want to touch on again before I get folks on the panel, because it is while people are just want to do all this angry streams and stuff and be all upset all the time, like it's like Zack Snyder and his family, they just chilling. So it's like let's kind of be more like unbothered. Stuff that you don't like, don't continue to talk about it every day for your mental health. How about that? It's a little advice for everyone. But this is Zack Snyder, Deborah, and their son Eli there. Pretty cool little video there as well. And one more thing, there's been a lot of talk about what is Zack Snyder going to do next, what's on the docket with everything overall. That police drama film, the people are really excited about that. And then, obviously the UFC film. Someone asked Dana White about that, head of UFC, about the UFC project with Zack Snyder. So we got that clip here.
Crowd, and you're leaving with a movie by Zack Snyder, it sounds like. How have you found this week and this new month?
Leaving with a what?
A movie by Zack Snyder, of course.
Yeah. Obviously, the Sheikh is very aggressive. He loves everything about fighting, and there's a lot of things that he wants to do. We've gotten together a couple times, and it's all new, interesting, and fun.
So just a brief thing there. They just asked him about the Zack Snyder UFC film, and he's like, it's business first. It is obviously in early development. They already got a few sites they're going to film in, kind of like internationally as well. So more to come with that. We're starting to get some production information on that, and that should be pretty exciting as well. But what was more exciting is having the Wednesday crew come on here. And I didn't know who was all going to go out and party last night, so we don't know if everybody's going to make it. We got Speedy here, so
what's going on?
He's a family man, so I knew Speedy was going to be there.
I was actually doing a private gig. I'm a DJ still, so
exactly. And we got Danny as well
what's
too.
What's up? Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Yeah,
Definitely.
I didn't go out and party. I stayed home and drank beer.
Yeah, same here. I stayed home. I stayed home yesterday.
If I didn't have a gig, that's what I would have done.
No, definitely good to see y'all. Y'all know my holiday week. I took last week off, but this week I was like, hey, there was no reason for me to take this week off. I'm not doing nothing. Let's get back in the algorithm here. So as far as going forward, as I mentioned, I kind of touched on something because I was supposed to do a stream yesterday and kind of get everything out. But going forward, I'm excited just for this year in film, and we're going to talk about all that. But I don't know about the rest of y'all. I don't know if y'all do resolutions or y'all play it safe.
Healthy eating.
Everyone
eating.
does that.
No soda. Well, I chose to. Okay, so I'm not trying to please anyone but myself, sir.
There you go.
Okay.
We got this. You're off on the right foot there. But definitely, yeah. I mean, it's good to be healthy. It's definitely good to be healthy. I will give you that. Let's catch you with the chat real quick. Let's see, Damien. I do agree with what you said, but Black Adam not being released in China also hurt. Well, I mean, internationally, obviously, yeah, you want to have that support, as far as internationally, but domestically, Black Adam didn't do well enough. I mean, I like the film. Like I said, people that's followed the channel, y'all know I probably talked about the film too much, and obviously, the whole $7, connection with me there, but it did under 200 million domestically alone. So China wasn't going to save that film, but I don't know. The rest of y'all, did y'all like Black Adam? I thought it was some good stuff.
It was all right. I mean, it was
okay.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't as like impressive as I was hoping it would be, but I mean, it got the job done.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I saw it 10 times in the theater, and
10 times. Okay.
Yeah, I got.
You got money like that? Impressive.
I actually had a couple screeners, and then after the screeners, I had like the A-list with AMC, so I was in there, especially with that ending with Cavill in it. Like I had to make sure I was there. I mean, I even went dressed up as Superman.
Yeah, I was unbearable. The first screening when Cavill jumped up, because I was kind of sitting up kind of close, and I jumped up because I mean I had selfish reasons. I was like my scoop is right, but. But so that was very selfish of me. I don't know if I yelled that out. Or maybe you did yell that out. People like, just sit down, idiot. Like, who are you?
It's funny because I'm watching it, right? And I'm hearing Sill's like scoop in my like head while I'm watching everything happen. I'm like, damn, he was right. He was right. And then it just like I knew what was happening, and he still came out, and I was still screaming like a little girl. I was like, oh my god.
Sill's getting that tattooed. I was right.
Well, I had a hashtag going on around that time as well too, but we're fans, so it was cool to see Cavill, and as I was saying before, I was just disappointed in people that they were saying they were fans of the Snyderverse and everything, and Superman was there, and it's it is what it is,
Well, we need to just start being happy for Henry Cavill and Jason Momoa. I mean, right now they're living their freaking nerdy dreams. Henry Cavill is doing Voltron and Warhammer, which is his everything. Jason Momoa finally gets to play Lobo, which is what he's wanted to do since he was a little kid. Don't feel sorry for these men, okay? Don't be like, oh, you took it all away from him. No, they are happy.
Me, they are right.
Yeah, let them be happy. Let them live their dreams. Don't just because it's not what you wanted. It's fine. Trust me. They're good. Yeah. I'm happy for Jason Momoa. I'm happy for me because I said for like the last 2 years that was going to happen. So I'm getting Danny was right tattooed on my butt.
Well, it's kind of like some rules to, you claiming that one, Danny, but
I've been saying I have tweets and live streams where I said that. I get to call that. Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo. That's what I said.
All right. Well, shout out to
you get to claim yours and I don't get to claim mine. That's not fair. Don't get me started.
We'll talk about that later. But shout out to Momentum Comics. Shout out to Momentum Comics subbing to the channel. Welcome to Silv Nation. Again, we talk about all CBM geek news, but I mostly do DC. But I do got a little Marvel stuff we'll talk about today as well. Let me see. I'm just picking through the comments here. Then we're gonna get into you was mentioning Momoa. Since you wanted to mention him, we're gonna start off with that. that says someone scooped. I'm not going to even get into but music being sold. So people love being
Speedy,
told what to
slap
think.
him. Slap him,
Nobody-
Speedy.
I'm not
He
close
says
enough.
he says no one's thinking for themselves and going out to see these things for themselves anymore. Yeah, that was just a weird time. We were talking about with the Black Adam
was.
thing, and I mean, hey, no one's forced to like anything because people
Right.
took it like I was like, you gotta respect Black Adam. It's like I don't care what you like. Y'all like stuff that I definitely don't like out there, and so it's okay.
Black Adam wasn't a perfect product. Definitely was entertaining. It was good.
There's a
Better than some.
little cap right there.
Better
I just liked it was kind of almost world building in a way
Yeah, it
because it
was.
kind of like opened up that whole DCEU as well. So that's why I enjoyed it.
Rock was working on something, and he got
Definitely.
he got voted off the island. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Speedy, I love your hat.
Thank you so much.
I
was waiting
really
for
love
somebody
that
to say,
I'm like, oh,
what's
a
up
little
with that?
throwback. Well, that didn't make it to
Backwards on the
2025, but yeah.
Yeah, the hierarchy of power in the DCU is about to
Yeah.
change. You're right.
Yep.
It did change.
That was an exciting time. Like I
It
swear, it was like, okay, the Rock's like, he's gonna really do something, kind of cool here. Then he went to Comic-Con and was like dressed
Oh,
up and
yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah, that was
it
heck of an entrance, wasn't it?
It was crazy. Then they was like, oh, who's gonna be
It was.
Superman? He's like he didn't sign the contract yet. Basically, is what he like. We're trying to get him, guys. Okay. So anyway, memories of that. But what's going on now is something that has been speculated for a couple years, and some particular people scooped it. Some probably tried to claim it, but Jason Momoa is set to play Lobo.
I mean, it was pretty obvious. It's probably the worst secret in
Right.
of Jason Momoa ever in the history of his career. So yeah.
Y'all remember leading up to Aquaman 2, because that's kind of when people was like, okay, something's cooking. We know the reboot's coming, and Momoa was like, well, I'm Aquaman and I can do other stuff too. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just told us.
Yeah.
But what's promising about that is that Jason Momoa is such a nerd to even know and be
And
hyped
care about
play,
Lobo.
to care about Lobo that I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, when you have an actor that's a passion project a role, I mean, really good things happen. So
And just think of all the money they're going to save on stylists.
yeah, there you go.
He'll just show up from home wearing what he slept in, and there you go, Lobo.
With this announcement, there was different talk about, why would they announce this now? And is this some conspiracy cover up? Again, like I said, people, I can't take people seriously anymore when they just go with any weird rumor on the internet. But just to inform people, first off, the Jason Momoa and the Supergirl film, which is going into production within the next 2 weeks. He's playing. He's not just doing like some kind of pop-up cameo role. He has a role in that film, and it was going to leak out like in about 10 days. So that's why they announced it now. They got ahead of a leak because he's about to go on set like next week. So so sorry for you. If anyone had a conspiracy that was like, oh, I'm on to something.
Yeah.
That's why that came out. But the question for y'all with this is, first off, I mean, I think everyone likes the casting. I don't think anyone's like, oh my God, he shouldn't be Lobo. Like, I'm thankful I didn't see that online, because anytime someone's cast, they're like, they pull up a comic book panel, like, oh my God, this is the worst ever. But like with him, it's like, no, you can't do that with. That's perfect.
This is probably the most real we're gonna see Jason Momoa be in one of these roles.
Right.
He's gonna play himself. Honestly,
I mean, he always does.
Out the small
Yeah,
screen.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct. And out of look, even when he got cast as Aquaman, Jason Momoa was like, "You sure, dude?
Yeah.
Like, you sure about that one? Because look at me, look at Aquaman. This just suits him. He looks like Lobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It's
naturally.
really not fair. This casting is not fair at all. Like, so I mean, the question is though, because I think leading up to the Superman film, we're going to be talking a lot about Superman up to this summer, and a lot of people, we saw the trailer, we know how the reaction to the trailer and stuff, but after that, it's like, okay, what's going to sustain this? Because you're not doing Batman anytime soon.
Yeah.
So Supergirl, you got this summer, Supergirl 2026. Looking forward to Millie Alcott, the House of Dragons people or whatever likes her, but you still, there was no like superstar power yet in this new DCU, right? Like I think Cornsweat's going to do great. That's great. Nicholas Hoult, Lex, great. Lobo, is that going to bring the attention to this DCU and Supergirl as they're trying to intend here? What do y'all think?
It's a deep cut, it's a gamble. You know what I mean? And anything that's not a big name character, that's a gamble. But I think James Gunn likes the challenge of bringing these D and C and E characters and trying to bring them into and make regular audiences care about
the James
character. Yeah, yep. So,
I mean, I agree. I agree to a point. I think Jason Momoa himself. I mean, what he did with Aquaman 2, we saw he was just bringing butts to the seats, and Aquaman in general. So I think he's a big enough name. The last Fast and the Furious movie, everybody went to go see it because they wanted to see Jason Momoa against the Fast family. So I'd
say mostly ladies.
It's grade A casting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Mostly ladies.
Can we say, like with Aquaman, like after the dust kind of settled with that regime and everything, that like that was the biggest earner in that DCU, right? DCEU. It did even better than Wonder Woman. Like we gotta give Momoa a little credit, right? Like he got people to the theaters, right?
Yeah,
for Aquaman.
A lot of females just wanted to see a moist Jason Momoa.
You said moist.
Moist.
I guess both. Well, and bros, we just wanted to see him, bro. Like we were like, let's drink beer with this guy
for the Aquaman story, okay?
Unless our girl just wanted us to take her to the but it's like I think Momoa.
I want to see that movie.
like Momoa is like he's an action star. Like he's really jumped on that wave, and I'm gonna give him some of that credit. Like because people think leading up to Aquaman and Carlos, like you probably can understand, like from the Snyderverse fandom as well. Yeah. With that, is that what was that 2018? So we were still hoping for the Snyder cut, right? Yep. And then it was like, is this Aquaman is supposed to be tied in somehow, maybe? And Momoa was actually kind of marketing like that, like, hey guys, like, the Snyder cut really sets this right up, really, like, he was really campaigning, and I think that gave it a boost as well, don't you think, Carlos?
No, I 100% agree with that. Like, he was very vocal, especially, I mean, even before obviously the Snyder cut came out, he was one of the first ones to really be vocal about it, and then like leading into the whole Aquaman stuff, that it just he was promoting it so much. So yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him more credit. That's the point I'm making. I mean, at that time, that was that film, and Gal Gadot's first Wonder Woman was really successful. We're not gonna talk about anything after that moment.
There was nothing after it. There was nothing after it.
Yeah, what other film? What are we talking about? Yeah, it was just one. It was just one. And so I think Gal had a draw at that time, and then Momoa. So I think he can bring that flavor over to the DCU, especially, because everyone was expecting him to do this anyway. We got Dave Miller. I don't think Momoa will bring in a lot of DCU Snyder fans. I guess why would you say that, Dave? Just give me a little context with that, because I don't know. Like,
well, because he's not their boy. He's not the one that they wanted to stay in the DCU.
But you see, here's my thing. Here's my thing about that, and we don't have to touch too long about it. But it's just like these are, if you're quote unquote trying to support, Snyder's work and all that, and all this whole jumble mumble stuff. This guy was a part of that. Like he was part of the Snyder character. He was Aquaman was in
Mhm.
the Justice League. Like it started with him. So like I don't understand like that sentiment. That's just me.
Well,
I don't
I think-
understand any of it, to be perfectly frank. It just seems like it's a movie, guys.
well, well, I think one thing people do got to understand though too, going up to this new DCU, James Gunn, like it's not like he's trying to like convert anyone. So let's kind of make that clear. Like he even said the fandom is fractious. They've seen it since day one, and this Superman film is going to be up to the general audience or like some new fandom to make that successful. So just to make that clear, I don't think he's counting on like, oh, let me try to get as many Snyder Bros as I can.
Right.
Nah. I don't think James Gunn cares. I'm just be quite honest.
I think it's very obvious he's doing his own thing.
Yeah. So that is what it is with that. While Relic says Lobo's Deadpool of DCU, it's a lot of okay. So the Lobo character.
Yeah.
For you comic fans out there, the Zarnians, right? The last instead of the last son of Krypton, he's the last Zarnian because he killed all of his species, right? so he's off his rocker right off the top. He can go head to head with Superman or a Kryptonian. So I'm sure it'll be a little tussle with Supergirl with him as well. It's a lot of potential with this character. And side note, the Krypton show, they did a pretty good Lobo, if y'all remember seeing that on the season 2 Crypto. So just a Lobo as a DC fan, a Lobo character.
Yeah,
they could do a lot with this. Don't you think?
My theory, I mean, and I hope they do this. Like now that they're really leaning on these, that they lean on these HBO like Max specials and stuff like that. I think it would be awesome to have a character like Lobo going to like different planets. He is a bounty hunter taking on different things that are like other worlds of like these characters that we know so well.
Hard agree.
Yeah,
it writes itself.
Right, exactly.
I think we'd see a lot of Lobo in whatever the Lantern show is going to be.
Yeah,
that would be dope too.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
That would be interesting if they do that. I mean, yeah, this is as I call a layup right there. You got again the perfect casting for Lobo, and then you can just kind of now. Do we think? I think was it Dan Litchfield or whoever that director was? He's saying, "Hey, I want to direct the Lobo film."
I think that's a shoe.
It's like because people are like, okay, series or film. It's like no, like Jason Momoa. Like right now, I wouldn't put him in a streamer. In 1080p. It's like no, let's put him on a big screen. Let's set him up in Supergirl. What y'all think with that? With the Lobo theatrical, I think they got to do that.
Oh, who was it? The director for I can't even. I think I screen capped it. I'll have to look it up. But a pretty decent director was like, "Hey, Momoa, let's make a Lobo feature." It was like, "Yeah." Oh well, sorry. I think my Wi-Fi had an issue a second ago, and everything just kind of glitched, and I didn't hear anything.
Good cover up there. No, it's great. No,
whatever.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I think it's like Litchfield, David Litchfield. I think David Litchfield. That's it. Trying to find the. I know I took a screen crap. Screen.
Yep. Screen crap.
Let's see what films he did. Let me. I don't really know him that well, but I know he's done. He was trying to do the new Jurassic World, but he had to back out of that. Let's see. Was he attached with David Litchfield? He was attached with Aliens.
Huh? Let's see.
Is this the right person?
I don't think so. It's David something.
Litchfield is definitely the name, but maybe his first name probably isn't.
It's the director David. It's David Leicht. Leicht. It's German. He directed Deadpool 2, so he's perfect.
Okay. Oh, that's not even fair.
Yeah. And it's his. And he wants to do it, so that's in the bag. Like if James Gunn approaches him, he's going to be like, "Yes, please."
I think especially with casting, I think there is already a script and all that stuff laid out. For like something coming up with Lobo. I mean, even though I do know they announced him being in Supergirl, but I'm pretty sure there's something already behind the scenes in the works. With him.
Remember how excited Momoa was when he left James Gunn's office? Like, and Loki, exactly. That's what we're saying. He is Lobo, except he's not an actual alien that we know of. I mean,
but so what do we think? Do we think? Like, I mean, I don't think anyone's thinking Jason Momoa has like range like that. But
I don't know,
ever
man.
accused him of
That
having
last
range.
Fast X movie, he showed some range as the villain in that.
Well,
Did he?
And I think
Did he,
I
though?
think if he stays in that, he did try to be like, oh, I'm really a bad guy, you know.
I wanted to see him as the Joker after that. The way he was playing it, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
If he's kind of in that space as Lobo, where he's like, I don't give a F anytime, and then I can see that, but it'll be a lot of bros, it'd be a lot of bro. DK Bones, new to this channel, love DC. Oh yeah, well, you're in the right place on the Sell Joe podcast.
You gotta follow Sil on his other channel too.
Definitely, I got the Superman channel. We're covering that. And it's for YouTube algorithm reasons. I got to kind of spread out the info, but check out the links in the description for that. But here on the podcast channel, I'm talking about everything with the crew here. So cool stuff. Welcome. Let's catch up here. I think, like I said, it's a refreshing going into a new year, and it's like you have this new casting.
Heck yeah!
And I'm not seeing like any fights about that. I'm like, this is amazing. Like I forgot what that felt like when you do an announcement, and it's like, oh yeah, good job. It's no race thing or gender bend or it's perfect casting. So that's good. That's good stuff. And we'll see, when he shows up in the Supergirl and again.
I actually agree with David there. With Dune when he's talking about Momoa.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
Oh, he was really good in that. Yeah. He was really good at that. He was good at. There was an Apple Plus series called C.
Oh
yeah, he was good in that. But I do think him as Duncan Idaho was probably the best acting he's ever done. Yeah. And if he plays his cards right, that's a long role for him actually.
I got a small story about C.
And stuff.
I got a small story about C that actually ties into the Superman.
We'll be the judge of that.
Because I'm sure whoever watched the Superman, the sneak peek of Superman, there was a bunch of FX that wasn't done probably yet, or probably wires and the shots and everything, probably still. So I got screeners through Apple Plus, and I'm watching C, but I didn't realize that some of the episodes haven't quite been released yet, and they already had it on the screener website for me to watch them already. So I'm so the first couple episodes, like, okay, dope, this is a cool show. I'm like in episode 3, episode 4, and I'm like, man, why did they do that in that shot? That's weird. And then I start seeing like the plus. You see the backgrounds of the blue screen pluses, so they can key it out and change it and stuff like that. And some wires and fake blood that it didn't quite smooth over with FX yet. And I was like, man, I'm watching. Like I can't review this properly, and I've seen the final product. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that made me think about your video that's up on the other channel when you were talking about people watching the screen.
The test screenings.
Test screenings for Superman.
Yeah.
Sure there's a bunch of stuff there that you're like,
that makes a lot of sense.
When you see it post production, you're like, that looks weird until it actually gets
If
finished,
you ever come out of a test screen, or if anyone comes out of a screen and saying like, oh, man, that film looks unfinished. It's like it's unfinished. Like,
congratulations, you're observant.
Very observant. And they tell you that before you see the screen. They say, "Hey, this isn't finished yet, guys."
It said that, but I didn't realize it was the first time I was actually exposed to a screener like that without the post production stuff in it. So.
No, that's interesting. Yes, but with the test screenings, good plug for the second channel, Superman channel. Link in the description. We hunt down the source of that and we break that down and debunked it, because they walked. And I guess we can kind of talk about it. They walked back that test screening story. I don't know if y'all are aware of that. Yeah, the person that put it out there, like after, and that's what happened when you put out a scoop like that. Like, let's say Danny really did the Lobo scoop. That's fine. But no, it's like when you
don't leave, Danny. Don't leave. I'll protect you.
when you
Smack
put a
him,
scoop out,
Speedy.
when you put a scoop out there, you have to expect that blowback, like
Oh yeah, there's always like, oh yeah.
Oh, I got
Okay.
questioned every day. Like when I was like, "Oh, this is
Clooney.
the Cavill scene," or the Clooney. Okay, yeah, let's say the
Yeah,
George
that's
Clooney.
a big one. I remember that one.
A lot of people push back like every week. I mean, oh, there's no way it's Clooney, or this is BS, things like that. And it's like, bro, it's
What
like
a time.
I'm still waiting for public apologies for you, Sil, for that one.
Yeah, that was a time.
As loud as the
criticism.
is
Axel
that?
Abdul.
Listen,
I apologize.
I knew
for saying
Sil
anything
meant
bad
business
about the
when he
Clooney's,
changed his what you call it, the
The-
avatar.
Oh yeah, the Avatar, yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
think. I think I think some people still blame you for the whole for him even showing up at the end of Flash.
like how I wanted that to
Yeah.
happen. Like that's the thing. It's like
you scooped it into existence.
that was like a
Dare
curse.
you.
Like I was,
How
that
dare
was
you,
like
Phil.
a
Dare
curse
you.
scoop right there. Because they're like, oh, so you want Clooney? It's like, no, bro. Like I'm just saying, this is a really good source. They're saying this was going to happen.
There's
And
some
so
people
they
used to
mad
comment
at
every
me.
day that haven't been back since was it Cooney
Yeah.
Gate? There you go. Call it Cooney Gate.
Oh yeah, no, they faded away. Yeah, last summer. Yeah, I'm used to that now. With that way, but yeah, that Superman test screening that Speedy was talking about. This outlet. And I don't want to put too much light on them right now, but it's just they came out. It was like a stream, and they were talking about, we heard about the Superman screener, and I'm hearing, not so good things. And it's like, what things? I'm kind of worried type of things. It's like, what? Like, what are you worried about? Like, can you say, And then 48 hours later, they were just like, it was unfinished, guys. So, but it's like, so why come out with that type of story? Like, no one, people are waiting for footage of this film just to pick it apart.
You know why? You know why?
Well, it's for the click. Yeah.
He said something. Sorry, there's stuff all over my glasses. He said something out of pocket a couple of years ago, and James Gunn was like, "Oh yeah, your mama," basically. And ever since then,
it was personal.
It was personal. Now that person will not suffer to live anything Gunn puts out.
It's a twofold thing though, Danny. Like I didn't know about the gun tussle with this person, but they had it in with Warner Brothers as well. Warner Brothers doesn't invite them on the red carpet and stuff, so they're pissed off about that as well too. So this is a scorned person putting out fake information, and people just latch on to it like, oh yeah, that's what I want to hear. It's like, come on, man. Like there's gonna be real things that you potentially can criticize, like when it's like real. Like you don't have to jump to fake information. That's all I'm trying to say with that.
I mean, you always get found out.
I'm just saying. Oh yeah. You put fake stuff. Hey, people, man. Like people when I had the Clooney story, like people, I think they probably tried to come to Kentucky just like to fight me over that scoop. Like people will find you if they thinking it's not true, they will find you. Just thankfully he showed up, and not thankfully as well too. But we got Johnny here. He says, "How would you like Patterson to be in the DCU, guys? Have we been thinking about that? Because that's some other rumors.
Yeah,
I don't know. You saw that year pushback, right? Sil, you saw that, right? That delay.
Well, what you thinking? I mean, hey,
I don't know. I think my prediction might come to pass.
You thinking canceled or?
Oh,
or
anything's
folded
possible in the DC multiverse. Is all I gotta say.
I don't know. I think personally, I think the pushback was that the fact that
maybe it wasn't good.
Reeves. Well, not even that. I just think Reeves kind of has been doing a lot when it comes to the Batman these last couple years, and Gunn has said it. He's gonna be helping out with the DCU, with minor stuff. So maybe he's just kind of trying to grow more like what's it called? When you're a creator and you're trying to get off other ideas and stuff like that. So maybe he's trying to work on something else to kind of grow the story more for Batman, something like that.
So Optimus. Yeah. What you think, Danny? You think I guess first, what do you think of those rumors that people saying Patterson may crossover or canceled? I don't know. What people say?
I've been telling you for the last 8 months that I don't think Batman 2 is going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Jonathan Bailey is going to be the Batman for the DCU. I think they're I think they're just gonna. Well, they started following each other on Instagram, and liking each other's stuff, and considering how Gunn likes to cast things, just look at Jonathan Bailey. Just look at him. Like it makes sense. He's in the age range. He's got the look. He's not as well known. So, and then they started following each other. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think that the Reeves stuff, there's not going to be another Batman, and then we're going to move on to Jonathan Bailey.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. I'm not too familiar with the Bailey guy, but
Bridgerton. That's why you don't. We don't watch that stuff. No,
I never watched
no
that.
interest.
Yeah, gotcha. Was just John was saying here, would I like Pattinson to be in the DC? No. Like he's the worst Batman to me. Pattinson, just objectively. Now the film though, see the crime saga. The crime saga is good though. Like what Reeves has built up, him and his team. Yeah, I like the world they built up in the Penguin series. Everyone knows I love that. But fantastic. Pattinson, like bratty Batman, like no, that was the worst Batman I've ever seen on screen. Like Reeves fans was attacking me so much in 2022 about that because I really was upset. Like I was like, this isn't
coming
Batman.
back now, so
I'm just saying.
Coming back
but
now,
again, I like the world, but I like the world, right? But no, I don't see any way that Pattinson could fit into the DCU. It makes no sense. The aesthetic of just the Penguin series. That cannot be in the same world that I saw in the Superman trailer. Like, no, you don't give me that. You know what I mean?
It's a different world.
I will say though, I did like Speedy's. I think Speedy, you were the one to say it. Like if they were to do like a time jump and probably like recast Pattinson
or some universe shenanigans. There's ways to write around it. Sure.
But are they good ways?
But as far as what Pattinson, like Reeves, I do think after the first Batman film was profitable, over 700 million.
Yeah.
And then the Penguin series, it's going to win a bunch of Emmys. So I think they have a good head of steam where that second film probably needs to happen. Now reportedly, because I don't know this firsthand, I think Reeves kind of has some personal things going on in his life too, and maybe that sold the script. He's already notoriously slow with his scripts, or the scripts that he may have borrowed. I don't know. I won't start there. But so I think it is just taking that time, and it's just Gunn. What's happening to James Gunn is that he's so active on social media. He's going to step in every month where people's like, "Oh, you're lying. It's like, bro, like, just be a CEO and kind of. We do need you just to chill out and just make the movie. You know what I mean? Like, don't stop commenting on Reeves stuff. It's the different. If Gunn, it's like, hey, I'm gonna answer stuff about Creature Commandos all day. Because he wrote that. This is Reeves stuff. Like, stop speaking on Reeves. Let him take his time if that's what he's doing. We don't need Gunn to be a spokesman for that. I'm just saying.
I agree.
Personally.
I just find it interesting though, because like he does we are talking about DC every day, whether it is Reeves, Commandos, or whatever. So I feel like that's why he's doing it, because I don't really see Reeves out there like posting anything or saying anything much about anything. Really, so
either.
But I'd rather that. I think I like Reeves' approach. It's like I ain't say nothing, bro. I'm still writing.
Yes. Why don't you just go make movies, stay off social media, quit showing us your derrieres, and go make movies. Okay, that's what we pay.
That's what he's doing. But it's like for real though. We got James here saying, you know James Speedy, right?
Yeah.
Working with you. Okay. He's saying when we get an ambush bug, Mikey always talked about ambush bug, and that's James Gunn could easily do ambush bug for like very cheap.
An ambush bug in
Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos, or
easily season 2.
Blue Beetle.
Just throw him in there.
Or Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, he probably already has ambush bug ready to go. To be quite honest. But
That's
yeah,
great.
that would be wild. That would be
Oh,
wild.
snap.
That is true. Mike always talked about that. James goes, I saw a rough cut of the film. It seems unfinished. I don't like how. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And the crowd went wild over there. But see, let's catch up here because we're going to talk about, since we're in 2025, there's several projects this year that we're going to be talking about, as we come across it. But we also have a list of these films for this year. But let me see if there's any interesting comments.
Yeah, while
here.
he's looking that up, can we all just take a moment to appreciate that it's now 25 years past the date when we all thought the world was going to end?
Yeah.
I remember leading up to Y2K, and I was like, oh, maybe I should back up my computer. Like, I was like, I don't know.
I had a baby on 12/31/99, and the whole hospital was panicked.
Wow.
They thought everything was going to shut down right at midnight. It was
Yeah, that was
kind of
wild.
hilarious looking back at it.
Well, it was the unknown, right? Because
Yeah.
that was the thing.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like the computers didn't know how to count past 1999 or something. I don't know.
They thought
And
everything was
but-
going to roll back to zero.
they patched it a long time ago, especially Microsoft. But why didn't they say that on the news? We was all worried.
They had to give us something
social
to panic
media.
buy about.
No social media. Right?
They needed us to go panic buy toilet paper and stuff. That's what they
yeah.
needed. They needed something to
Yeah.
keep us distracted.
Form of control. See, Maria says here, even with personal problems, still no excuse for it to take 5 years since the Batman release and still not a script.
Have you written a movie?
No.
Right,
5 years though.
Look, writing
Incredibles 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Listen, I've never written a script. I hate writing screenplays. It feels wrong to me. You can't really give any real emotion or describe things. You have to just anyway. But I have written books, and I'm telling you, I am 10 plus years out from finishing the sequel to a book right now. Writing, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes money, and depending on how your creative process works, if something interferes that creative process, you're boned, dude. You got to start. Listen, it's not easy. It's not as easy as you think to just sit down and just have it all come out. Add on the pressure, add on how the fan base is right now. That's a lot of pressure to deliver, and we have to keep upping the ante every single time. And I really don't have anything against him for taking so long to put together a script. We don't know what's going on that's kind of impeding that process for him.
5 years though. I'm just saying, that is a long. 5 years is a long time. I'm just saying. Just in general.
She mentioned the Dark Knight trilogy finished in 7 years. I think didn't Nolan approach that though to Warner Brothers? So I think he had that already in the bag. I don't think he was
he probably had his treatment.
Said we're gonna do this. These treatments.
He probably had a treatment, but they did write out each script, they wrote out Batman Beyond, shot that. Then it's okay, I have this idea for Dark Knight. They took time to write out the script first.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because think about it. Did they really see DC Studios being solid enough to bang out a bunch of sequels for Pattinson's Batman? Probably not. So all they probably had was that one idea, and they're like, "Shit, that did really well. Now we've got to come up with some more."
and it's been
sounds like what happened to Joker too.
Yeah. Oh god, what a nightmare.
Well, see, with that again, he didn't have an idea of a second film, so they had to take time and write that script up. With Reeves, he had an overall trilogy idea from the beginning, but again, it was just a treatment. So then he had to write out that first film or get ideas from somebody. And then this second film, he had to write this out, but then Gunn comes in and it's you may got to adjust something because now Gunn's doing a separate Batman thing. So I understand why it's taking time, but 5 years. So I'm just saying 5 years is a long time.
there's so much that goes into writing, and it's not just about plot. There's the dialogue. You got to make sure it flows right. And what if this doesn't fit here? And it's a lot harder than it sounds.
No, definitely a process. I can agree with that. I definitely don't look down on that. Shin says, if not Alan Richardson or Jensen Ackles, I say Oliver Jackson Cohen for Batman, for the DCU Batman. Now,
Dude, Scott Eastwood.
Now Jensen Ackles, according to what I heard, I don't know if people will beat me up online over that, but I heard they're passing. Like Jensen Ackles wanted to be DCU Batman. Yeah. I heard they passed on it.
I believe that.
I think that's why Alan Richardson, that new show for The Boys. It's like a prequel.
Then all of a sudden, he has that thing with so he's going to do great.
Yeah,
he's going to do great. I'm looking forward to that. Alan Richardson has definitely been campaigning. No word on that, but I think he should be Green Arrow.
Let's bring him back as Aquaman. Make it
Aquaman, right?
That was his very first acting gig. That would be amazing. Yeah,
he is blonde.
That'd be funny.
Is he natural blonde?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a natural.
Yeah, just check him out on his
natural
first appearance on American Idol.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't want to see him as Aquaman though. Like let's hopefully move on.
He'd be a good Green Arrow.
Move on from that. So interesting. Now, as I mentioned, Green Arrow, because he was in that Cavill film recently, and he was like just murking people with just an arrow. I was like, okay. I was like, you're Green Arrow, bro. Like, that's it. That
is a big Green Arrow, though. I will say, because it's like,
that's cool though. I like it, like a big muscular.
Yeah, that'd be a cool switch up.
Look at the Green Arrow the way he's drawn in Justice League International.
True.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, Alan Richardson, he's an action star. Like, he should be able to do any role. Fernando says, do you think WB secretly wanting to see how Superman does to decide to film Batman 2? What do we think with that conspiracy? No, I'll just say no. Okay. It's not dependent on that.
Why would they wait when they have a successful show with Penguin? And potential audience waiting on this continuation of the story, which would be probably Batman 2.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
Penguin.
It's not dependent on each other. Like you said, Reeves' world is already successful. They should be filming it now, but it really is because he hasn't finished the script. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real thing. So yeah, no, it's not no either or. Like, if Superman does well, then they're not going to continue a successful franchise. Like, I don't. Yeah. And it's Elseworlds. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're. We want to think that they're combined, but I secretly think they're not combined. Yeah. There you go. That's the secret. Well, they're not combined.
Because again, you had that rumor, and see, this is what I'm saying when these rumors, and not Fernando, but that rumor that's been out there, like, I'm hearing they're going to just spin in Reeves into the DCU. It's like, why would you think that's a good idea?
I think that's just wishful thinking for a collective of people. I think that's all that is. And, you get enough people to say the same thing over and over again. Eventually,
especially on Twitter.
People
was really like, I'm not going to call that person Carlos, but we was in the chat and they was like, oh, man, I think they about to spin him in. Like, it was the week of the Superman trailer. Yeah. And they had the whole press event.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And they was like, they're going to spin in Reeves.
I think all this multiverse stuff has just spoiled us. That's what I think.
It's like, bro, there's no way after Penguin just happened. Yeah. There's no way Reeves is spinning in that world. It's no reason.
I could see. Did they greenlit Penguin season 2 yet or no?
No, they're talking about it though.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could see Reeves actually working on a show instead of the movie, but it's like Danny's saying, like it's been a while. Like that movie should have been out already.
Yeah, he's gonna. Like I said, I actually think it's gonna happen. I know it's kind of sent people off. Like, man, what, are you delaying it? Yeah, it's supposed to have been filming this year and the year before, and now it's 2027. It's like, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Interesting. So, speaking of, again, the new year here, really a big part of the show today is what's coming up this year. If people are newer people that's finding the chat, I cover box office a lot as well, too. So, that's going to be part of the whole network coverage that I'm going to be doing. And with these films, we got here 2025. There's going to be some interesting matchups, as I call box office battles, which I'm really excited for. I want to just shout out a few films here. If there's some, if y'all feel that I'm passing, you can, kind of shout it out, but we're not going to have time to go through every single thing here. But just starting out this year, because a lot of people out there got like movie clubs and stuff. So y'all going to be going to the theater several times a month. With a lot of the things out here, but here with CBM geek stuff, it stands out a little bit more. So with me, it starts with Captain America: Brave New World, February 14th.
You mean you're not gonna be in theaters for Love Hurts, bro? Come on, bro.
Oh, that's your jam right there. You looking forward to that? You looking forward to you looking forward to that? Now with Captain America, it just online the picture of the leader dropped out there. So that's the guy from the what was that, the Incredible Hulk film?
Yeah, Incredible.
Yeah.
He's got a bigger head now. And green, he has a green hue.
That's what happens to the leader.
So that's comic accurate. There we go. And Brave New World has a new teaser and stuff out there like that. We're closer to the film coming out, a month away now, technically. Excitement for this? What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's a superhero film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Okay.
I don't have much. I don't know. I just don't have a lot of hype for it. I love Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Absolutely love him. I love to see him Hulk out.
Then you should see this film then.
Yes. I'll see it. I'll definitely see it. Maybe I'll be surprised.
I'm too invested already.
Yeah.
Falcon
I think we're just very open-minded to this film. Like we're not expecting too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, that's how I went into Skeleton Crew, and I really thought Skeleton Crew was going to disappoint after everything that the actual crew.
I still got to binge that.
We're going to see
it's
how
so
billions
good.
of dollars in post-production actually fixes the movie. That's what we're
Yeah, that's going to be, and again, a budget. Because if people don't know, they reshot this film about 3 times now, and it's up to upwards of 400 million. I'm sure more now that they put into this film.
At least $1 billion.
But when you see this film, like, this is what I just tell people, like the Harrison Ford, like Danny loves Harrison Ford. Then I think you're actually going to find stuff you like about this film. But then if you like the series, Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's going to feel like, okay, this is what happens the next, day in the life of Sam Wilson. I don't know if this story is going to be big enough for everyone though. That's what I'm kind of worried for this film is that I don't know, you know what I mean? If people are really going to, just be like, oh, that's it. Like, that's all y'all, because that's, I'm not going to say too much else about it. It's a story. It's like, okay, that's what happens. And let's move on. Why do we make this? That's a feeling I kind of get hearing about this film. So,
oh, wow. Yeah. That's interesting.
It's like, I think it's watchable because I like the season of Falcon and Winter Soldier. And
same.
Like I said, Harrison Ford, like it's going to be cool to see him in the MCU. So that's enough for me. I just don't know if that's going to be enough for everyone else, So yeah, we'll see. But that's February. And it has a clear runway. Maybe it could benefit from just nothing else big coming out around.
Oh, you got Snow White. Come on now. Like,
well, that's like a month. That's like a month later. Yeah. That's over a month later.
Yeah.
Snow White. Now, I guess for the kiddos, I guess take them to see that.
They're gonna remix Snow White. They're gonna do a little bit of OG Snow White, beheadings and stuff.
Yeah.
Some OG. Well, I guess you was mentioning that Love Hurts film that may challenge Captain America Speedy, right? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. It's
you on record saying that?
Date movie. It's a date movie.
Where's the clip button? Where's the clip button?
I mean, so let's put it realistically, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you take your date out, right? Well, honey, what movie you want to watch? There's Wolfman, Love Hurts, or Captain America. They're probably like, let's watch Love Hurts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of them will want to see Captain America's ass. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, if they're nerdy like us, yeah.
Well, Chris Evans may not be in this one, so I don't know if that's going to upset him. But...
False advertising. My bad.
I love Crystal's comment. Does Red Hulk smash first?
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really a question. Okay. Okay. Wow. So moving on. Now, like I said, Snow
Grandpa
White,
still
we'll
got
see.
it.
Minecraft in April. Minecraft.
Hmm.
I'm not that big in that IP and like what that's supposed to be. Are y'all familiar with Minecraft?
No, I'm not.
As
I have
Momoa.
children. My children, well, they're all my kids are basically adults now, except for my youngest.
Mhm.
So, pardon me. Minecraft was a big part of our household when they were growing up. I don't care if I see it or not. I'm just
Okay.
not that into
Not the
Jack
endorsement.
Black.
I was
Not well. I'm sure my
you were looking for.
I don't think my kids are actually that interested in seeing it either, even though it was like a big part of their childhood. I think they're just kind of over these kind of movies. I think they're over Jack Black right now.
They got everywhere.
I'm kind of over him myself. So
yeah, he
Like-
is kind of annoying. Yeah.
yeah, it's gotten like okay, that's okay. I'm good. Thank you.
Well,
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt with that dear Satan or Santa, whatever thing he did.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
that
think
just made me so. Look, I lost a brother, and at the end of the movie, he gets and I'm like, "That's not how this works. That's not how that. Don't quit telling kids that stuff."
right. Yeah, that's Jack Black. So yeah, the Minecraft. It has Jason Momoa in it. So I haven't seen the trailer. There's a trailer out for it, right? I haven't seen the trailer yet. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
actually,
think it's a
I'm gonna go
teaser.
ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up actually. And
Hey.
Maria says we're
see.
sleeping on Wolfman though.
Yeah, I've actually heard a couple good things about Wolfman.
I got a,
Oh,
I got a
yeah?
screener. I got a screener invite.
Oh.
I'm sending the guys from the podcast.
are
to
you
go check it out.
kidding me?
Nice.
who's
Never
in
get
who's in
screeners
Wolfman?
anymore.
I'm not sure. I didn't even look at
Oh,
the.
okay.
Oh, it's the chick from Ozarks, and she's playing Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four, the blonde girl.
Oh,
with the
okay.
curly-
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
can't remember her
okay.
name.
She's supposed to be a good actress. So
Mhm.
so yeah. So we're gonna check out the Minecraft trailer, see if it's as bad as everyone's saying that it is. So we got this here. I'm gonna turn the sound down
Take two.
because they can't get nothing, no monetization from this. So it's a terrible start. It's
Great Jack
Jack
Black.
Black's voice, yeah.
As a child, I yearned for the mines, as most children
Is that
do.
Jack Black dressed up as an old man?
No, I don't think so.
I don't-
There you go.
This is already-
there
I
we
invoked
go.
This is
it.
already
Sorry.
corny. Yeah, this is pretty corny already. It was like a game, right? It was an old game.
Yeah.
I'm getting Borderland vibes.
Yeah, same. I didn't watch that one either.
I actually enjoyed Borderlands after I saw it streaming. You know,
Okay.
like years
Oh,
later.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a years later. It just came out last year.
If I would have
That's
seen
a
it as
year
that,
later.
That
I might have enjoyed
Was
it
that
better,
a cry for help, Carlos? Like, are you safe?
I'm old, dressed up like a chick.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Oh, so hey, I
What
forgot
is
Jason
this?
is in this, so that might draw some people in here.
Yeah, Momoa.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
what was in this?
Nah,
Great music.
Nah, he's not moist in this. The girls ain't coming in.
wow.
Some MGMT though. I do love MGMT.
Which makes no sense.
I mean, it's coming across really lame.
Yeah.
It's not for us, guys.
No, it's
This is
not.
not
No.
for us.
No, these are
It's for
for
fans of the
people who
game.
are currently like
That was a
22 years
That was a
old.
nice, cool little side view. I mean, maybe I'm just not catching the references. It's supposed to be like, oh, look at this
Right,
reference. I'm just not catching anything.
Yeah, I think the gamers of Minecraft are gonna at least enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I wish them the best.
Hey, shout out to Maria. She always got my back. You know, she agrees with me with Borderlands.
It was actually good, she's saying, or what?
Bless her heart.
That's her.
Oh, it's better
Actually,
than what people say.
I haven't finished it, so I should finish it.
So yeah, so Music Soul says I'm here for Minecraft. Maybe it's for people that gets those references. I was getting nothing. I was like, this is like what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I mean,
yeah, hey.
I never really sat and watched my kids play it. I just know that they were obsessed with it.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
like I play Lego Fortnite sometimes.
Oh, that's fun.
And my daughter came to me. She's like, "Mom, that's basically Minecraft." And I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, but
Mm.
I'm not playing Minecraft."
Yeah.
So Lego Fortnite stole it from
Like
Minecraft?
Lego Fortnite.
Yeah. Way better graphics
Yeah.
than Minecraft.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm probably not gonna be covering that film. But then later in April, you got Mickey 17. That's with Robert Pattinson. You Pattinson fans?
I want to
They
see
got,
that.
you know,
That looks
that seemed like
interesting.
it seems like one of them, you know, mind like I
Yeah.
don't want to say psychological that much, but you know what I mean.
It looks like a true sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Like a true sci-fi. And I'm
Which one?
100% a sci-fi nerd.
Mickey?
Mickey?
17?
Oh, yeah?
Mickey 17.
What's the premise for it? We got trailer. Don't see the
he's
trailer. Nothing.
I think we got.
He's like a clone. He keeps dying, and they just
Oh yeah,
clone
that's
him
the kind of
again.
movies that I like.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
I
let's
gotta put
throw
that on
that
my
up there.
list.
Let's see if this is better than Minecraft. Let's see.
It looks
All right,
way better.
Mickey 17.
What's the show that was on Netflix that they kept changing bodies?
Oh,
Changed
Altered
bodies,
Carbon.
like- There you
I
go,
talked
Altered
about
Carbon.
that in that
wow.
last
Ah.
video I
Great
did.
show.
That's the kind of dark sci-fi I like.
Yeah.
Great show.
Oh yeah, kind of like it already. Funny.
Yeah.
Like a cerebral film. That's the word I was looking for. Cerebral. Bong Joon Ho. Ho. Ho.
Oh,
Bong Joon Ho.
Boon Jung Ho.
That's what I said.
Not what she said, but that's okay.
oh, it's Robert Patterson.
Yeah.
We said that.
No one listens to my setup at all. They're just like, whatever. I'm just pushing buttons over here.
It's fine.
Vicky, it's not looking very good for you.
Oh.
I'm sure you're used to it by now. But
It's the Hawk
Glenn!
movie we should have
Oh,
had.
look who it is, Glenn. Yeah.
even on my 17th go around, I hate dying.
Whoops.
Oops. Oh, you got a
Spider-Man meme.
Multiples.
Wow.
In the case of multiples, we exterminate every individual.
Oh, look at that. The Hulk.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not a draw for me. Kind of
This is a
over.
good cast. This has a good cast.
Yeah, it does.
I'm actually here for this. Yeah.
I'm kind of over Mark Ruffalo too myself, but I'm really excited to see this movie. I think it looks really good.
Ruffalo's a
love-
good actor. Yeah. When he's not trying to be funny, he's actually a good actor.
He's okay.
I don't like you, but I'm you. I'm not you. I'm gonna kill you.
Wow.
Jeez.
It looks
Well, he's
unique
playing-
in a very ununique way. There you go.
Oh.
He's playing, that was a weird scene.
Yeah. Oh.
There was a distinct, like I remember reading this.
So.
He's playing like each of the characters, like each of the Mickeys differently. So that's gonna be kind of cool to see his
nice.
acting range.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
With that. Yeah. So Mickey 17, that's not a bad again, not like a blockbuster type thing. But I think that's gonna be cool in April as well. As we get closer to the summer, we'll jump over to Thunderbolts. I'm sure everybody's seen the trailer of that.
Until Dawn. It was a very great game that they're making into a movie.
What you know anything about that or what?
Yeah, it's the Thark anthology series. It's like there's all different types of games, and they're finally doing Until Dawn. It's like the first movie from the game franchise, so it's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite of all the different versions. So
Tell us about the game.
So it's one of those where you like choose what happens. It's multiple endings, kind of like Detroit.
Oh,
Become
choose your
Human.
own adventure. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's
That's
horror. It's more like in the horror sense of things. So it's gonna be, if they do it right.
Demons. Aliens?
More like possession, like
Okay, demons.
yeah, demons, I guess. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So yeah, we'll see we'll see what you think when you watch that, because I probably won't watch it.
For sure.
But then,
I'm a scaredy cat, so I won't watch it.
but like I said, Thunderbolts. Like I said, we kind of have this conversation every time Thunderbolts comes up, but it's like I don't know if it's okay. Captain America: Brave New World. At least it has that going for it. That it's Captain America. It's Anthony Mackie. I think is a plus for it. Harrison Ford. With Thunderbolts, Thunderbolts is like is it going to be well known? Like, are they really going to hype this up enough? I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah,
I've heard some interesting things about it, but I just don't know. Are people going to care enough? I guess that's the point.
Loki doesn't like it already.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Loki doesn't like much.
Okay, superhero movie of the year.
This is part of Loki's charm. Okay,
that's cool. Okay, that's cool. I mean, because I got, like I said, with Captain America, I don't think people are going to care enough to make enough money. But like Thunderbolts, I'm thinking I think even less.
It's like one of these situations where the Guardians of the Galaxy situation for me. Like I was such a big fan of that comic book run that when they announced that movie, I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna do Guardians of the Galaxy. But then my brain started going off and I was like, wait a second, does people even know what the heck Guardians of the Galaxy is except for me?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I had no idea. I started reading the comic.
That was the trepidation of that. And I think that's the same situation for Thunderbolts. And like I'm a big fan. I like the Sentry in the comic books, like the run, the Rain, and all that stuff. World War Hulk. I mean, everything that Sentry was involved in, and all that.
I think,
but I'm a minority.
You are.
Regular people are gonna be like, "Who's this dude?" And
we're fans of the underdogs.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to. I'm just thinking for like marketing, because with Captain America, they're showing Red Hulk, and now I'm like, and I'm not trying to spoil anything, but now I'm like, just don't show any more Red Hulk, because like,
that's kind of watch the movie, guys.
That's kind of they're kind of just showing you everything they got right there, because right. But with Thunderbolts, it's like maybe you probably got to throw Sentry in the trailer, like him full blown Sentry, to make it exciting, because this just seems like a
shot, nothing crazy.
Yeah. Well, Red Hawk is like, they do got to stop. Like at first I was like, no, show Red Hawk. Now I'm like, no, like maybe save that. Maybe save that for the movie. So yeah, it's a lose-lose. But we'll see when we get closer to Thunderbolts. Maybe I don't know. They're gonna end up changing the title and stuff. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Then after that, you got some smaller films. Final Destination, things like that in May. Lilo and Stitch for the family.
Have you seen this?
Final Destination?
No. Do you have any hype for Freakier Friday?
Yeah, I was talking about that.
The one that's like
Freakier Friday.
Further way down on the list.
The one that's like 2 months down. We'll make it there. In May, before we get to that, Mission Impossible.
Stay in order.
Mission Impossible, May 23rd is coming out. Any Mission Impossible franchise fans out there? Maybe.
I feel so horrible. I need to watch the one the most recent one that I still haven't watched yet. I'm always like, I need to watch it. I just
no, it was one after that.
So I got I'm with you, Speedy. I'm missing one.
Yeah, I'm missing one. I'm missing one. And it was a big deal. Like it didn't make as much money in the box office that it should have, or something like that. But it was like people liked it. Like it was very critically. Critics seemed to enjoy it.
Coming after Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, so
it was like then you come with the Mission Impossible, and I was just like, I ain't gonna say I was let down. I was just like, it was okay.
I'm waiting for Mission Impossible 27.
Like it was okay. It was an okay film, it was worth a watch, I mean, the one with Cavill though, it was incredible.
That's the one I remember. The whole
that one with the mustache Cavill that ruined the Justice League film. Somehow that ruined Justice League.
Mustache.
But in May, you got the final mission. Here with this trailer here. Exciting.
Yeah.
I mess with it.
Our
I just need to watch the
lives are
most
not defined
so horrible.
by any one action.
That legendary
Our
run.
lives are the sum
Yeah.
of our choices.
There it is.
Yeah. Because the recent one that came out, it had like a cliffhanger, just to let you know.
Yeah.
So this is like
Come to this.
setting it up.
Tom Cruise, whatever you feel about Tom Cruise, you gotta give it to him that he really commits to being the best
gotta-
action star
Oh yeah.
in
You
whatever
gotta
movie you're
respect
watching
his
him in. You gotta
hustle.
respect it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the last action star, you know, of
he
his
is,
generation.
almost.
Facts. Facts.
You gambled millions more. And now the fate.
I mean, they're making it like, you know,
so on earth.
epic. You
Yeah,
know,
but Tom Cruise is getting old, guys.
Responsibility.
I don't care how much makeup you put on him. This movie, you can really tell.
Or all his witchcraft.
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
His
That Scientology ain't
witchcraft.
working no more.
What's the alien from Scientology? Zeus?
Wow.
Sacrifice.
wow.
Xenon?
One, I think it is.
Yeah. He just send him an email or something.
Ah,
Some technology. Oh yeah, look at
You've
that crazy
always
stuff
been
he's
on the
doing.
right side, brother. I have no
keeping
regret.
Ving Rhames and
Neither should you.
Rings.
It's
in-
like
in his
the
bills
story
paid.
secondary to all the crazy action in these movies.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
What's
Like,
cool about it is that you know he's doing all those stunts. That's what's cool about it.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be it's a spectacle. Like it's
Yeah,
gonna
right.
be decent,
Mhm.
you know.
Oh, the final reckoning too. Oh, come on, guys.
Final-
Watch the
I'll
final,
believe it when I see it.
It's the end of an era.
Oh, it says final reckoning. You see it right there. It says final.
I've had
They
enough
used
of
the F
your
word.
your
They used the F word, Danny.
stuff for one evening, sir.
It's been a couple weeks, so you know, I had to catch up.
Mhm.
But so interesting going into May because then you have again you get into the bigger films. The Karate Kid Legends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any
give it up
fans- any fans of that?
to Karate
Well,
Kid and the Cobra Kai universe that they built. You know,
Yes.
Mhm.
but this
Yes.
is just them doubling down on that. Like, oh, okay, let's get back this story. You know what I mean? And who knows what else they're gonna do? You know,
Mhm.
and your mileage may vary if you like it or not. I'm not saying that it's always the greatest.
It was pretty cool. My first time seeing the trailer for that, I saw it when I went to go see Sonic. So I actually saw the Superman trailer in theaters, and then I saw that one right after it. And seeing Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio together,
Yeah.
man, it was exciting. It was
Give
exciting.
it up to Ralph Macchio and this Karate Kid universe
Heck yeah.
that he's built. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just
It's-
if
there
this
you
is
go.
just the beginning
You
of
got
you know things that he's working on. Wow, you know.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what they do. And actually, we'll take a peek at this real quick.
Hey.
Hit it.
I'm confused about the timeline though, or
Yeah.
if they're
Uh,
if
It's its own thing, right?
I think it's definitely
no?
after whatever we've watched in Cobra Kai because Ralph Macchio.
Because
was
we have that
old,
final
old.
part 3
Oh,
coming out.
okay.
Yeah. Of Cobra Kai.
So it's connected in a sense. Okay.
Sort of, kind of, yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
And they got this
Because
new
it's the same
kid.
house. It's,
Yeah.
it's Ralph Macchio's
Mhm.
house, his dojo. And
but it's also before they cleaned it up and started his school there. See, it's Miyagi's house.
Well, if you in
So that's
Cobra Kai,
connected,
they
yeah.
fixed it. They fixed it up. and fixed it
Exactly.
up.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So when is this taking place is my question.
interesting.
May 30th.
Yeah. So in the show, they kind of like confirmed that there's multiple Mr. Miyagi's. Like they're all brothers. Like there's different Mr. Miyagi's out there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like Mickey 17.
Yeah.
It's all connected, guys.
Yeah, Cobra Kai, Ralph Macchio. That was like great for nostalgia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Him and Zapka. Is that
For a
that name?
very specific generation.
Yeah.
More spectacle, right?
You see, that's actually in the new season. He's holding Miyagi's. Remember, had blood on it from the tournament.
Mhm. Yep.
Man, so that's like unsanitary. What he just did.
That is a biohazard, sir.
That is like it's gonna turn to zombies or something now.
All all the zombie karate people come out.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm watching this because Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan's in it. Like, it's
Heck yeah,
just I don't even know what the story is.
Worlds
I'm
are
clearly watching it.
colliding.
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's exciting, man.
Clearly
For
watching
Karate
it.
Kids, the fans, it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah,
The kids
so
got
look
skills apparently. That
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
new
they got this
Karate
new
Kid.
kid
Nice.
that's out there, and
Yeah,
so
they
that's an
did an
interesting
open-
time.
They did an open
Mhm.
casting for that kid, didn't they?
Yeah, it was like a nationwide search. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, I tried
but
to go
yeah,
out there. It didn't really work out, you know.
oh, man. Man, like I
Will
said,
Smith's
if-
son should come out the end of the movie as the final boss.
oh,
Yeah, there you go. Secrets
That's
out,
like the easiest
guys.
Final boss
Secrets
ever. The easiest. But in May, like I said, it's gonna be interesting family films. Again, a Mission Impossible, Karate Kid. So I'll probably be watching the box office of that, and then going into June, Ballerina. That's the John Wick universe.
Mhm.
Excited for that. Excited for that.
That should be good.
Yep. Yeah. 28 years later, kind of jumping ahead. So I gotta get to that August. So Danny will talk more.
Oh,
About
for heaven's
you like this dude?
talk
I'm
about
starting the year off right. I tell you. 28 years later, though, there seems to be a lot of fans of that franchise because I the first one, 28 Days Later was the first one, I guess, and there's like a big following. Is what I'm seeing for that franchise. Any of y'all looking forward to that, or
Didn't even know it was a thing.
I think it should be a good time. Zombies.
That's in June. Yeah,
Zombies killing
end
people,
of June.
running from zombies. Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Then towards the end of June, Megan 2.0. Interesting.
Interesting that will get a sequel.
Oh, that's F. Okay, so that's F1, right? That Brad Pitt one. That's the
Low
racing
budget
one.
and it made money. What'd you say?
We're
Carlos?
talking about the Brad Pitt before that.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
I think that's
No.
F1 racing. I think it's like
Okay. Is that based on a video game too?
I think it's based on like real racing. I think it's like
Oh,
one of like the Ferrari movie, but it's
Right.
like another type of thing.
Okay.
I like those biopics that Brad Pitt usually does. Like Ford versus Ferrari was. Well, no, that's Matt Damon, wrong guy. But
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it's totally different. Yeah,
yeah, it's a
Christian
totally
Bale's
different
in it.
Yeah, Christian Bale
But
as well.
is it connected? No. Brad Pitt, I'm gonna be honest. Like Brad Pitt, he really doesn't have the draw like for the box office. In my opinion, like I don't know. What was that film Bullet Train or something like that?
Oh yeah.
It was a real quirky film, but it was just like
It was fun.
Brad Pitt. You know,
It was a fun action,
was
stupid
fun.
action movie. Yeah,
Fun, yeah, fun.
Craven the Hunter was in that movie.
he was.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny was in that movie too.
Well,
Yeah.
you see, he has no draw. He probably lost to James Bond a role because of Craven. I don't know, but just that film though, and him and Brad Pitt, it's like I don't know. I don't think he has that draw.
Yeah, it was okay.
Reason's overrated. Yeah, I like when Maria agrees with
Listen,
me too. Yeah,
listen.
exactly.
I'm from Missouri. Brad Pitt is from Missouri. Brad Pitt is gorgeous. That's all I say about that.
So yeah, that's all. You know, I have no
What
comment.
was the movie that he beat up Bruce Lee in? That he
Brad
fought
Pitt
Bruce
did?
Lee? Yeah, Brad Pitt. Was the
What?
It was a movie. It was a movie.
I don't think I watched that one.
Bruce
Once
Lee.
Upon a Time in Hollywood or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was actually a good movie. Like
Yeah.
That was a decent. Yeah, that was
him
a
as
good
an
movie.
actor was really
Probably Tarantino's best film.
One of his best films.
Heck yeah, man.
that he's ever did there. But so we you see May, June, that's setting us up for July, right? And that's really gonna be a huge month overall. And I think a lot of people are anticipating just July 4th weekend, or the week of July, I should say. You got Jurassic World Rebirth, right? Now it came out that they're doing the first look of the trailer is coming up the Super Bowl. So next month, we're gonna get our first look of moving pictures for this for Jurassic World Rebirth.
Before you keep going, so let me tell you how hard Universal has been working on the Jurassic Park universe. Like my grandson loves those Jurassic Park shows on Netflix. All the animated ones.
I agree. I agree.
And he knows more about dinosaurs than me right now. It's crazy, you know.
And those shows are kind of adultish.
Yeah, and they are to a certain point.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, especially when they get older. Those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like
like, wait a
kids
second, what are
dying
you
and
watching here,
stuff.
kid? You know?
Dang.
Yeah,
It's big
I
one.
recommend it. I recommend it as well. It's a great show. I
Yeah.
do like it.
I mean, I don't know exactly. You know, I think we've seen a lot of the Jurassic World stuff, so we know what the direction they're going with as far as the movies and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just interesting. They just seem to keep on going and going and going and going with this stuff. Like it just seems like to be an ongoing universe for them now. You know?
Heck yeah.
Well, it's a rebirth, right? So
Yeah.
So but I think
there's like a reboot maybe of their a reboot.
It's a soft,
soft reboot of the
Yeah.
continuation of what they've done so far. You know?
yeah, it's a soft reboot of it. I think having ScarJo, Mahershala Ali, I think it's just a franchise of Jurassic World. It's going to be a huge draw for this film.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to do amazing. Again, that week of July 4th, and then just a week after that, you got, as people saying, it's the year of Superman.
The year of Superman.
I don't know
what you guys are gonna do with yourselves.
I'm with Jurassic World. I don't like. And again, both these films could make money, but the more I think about it, I'm like, man, Jurassic World, I think it's gonna go hard. You know, I think it's gonna go hard. So
I think they're gonna both make money, honestly, because there's gonna be people like in a revolving door, just in the theater, just watching both films, going back and forth. That's what I think. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, I'm gonna see both of these. It's just the placement of Superman film. I just wonder, man. Jurassic World's gonna do numbers. It's gonna do crazy numbers. Like Speedy was just saying, like, he got like 3 generations of his family waiting on Jurassic World. Like, it's like man, it's gonna be huge. Like, Superman is that can we say that for Superman? I don't know. I think both are gonna make this money. But I'm just saying, Jurassic World, I think is really gonna be huge.
I've seen a lot of people put up and share a picture or share the whole teaser trailer that I've never seen comment on anything comic book nerd before in my life. Like in social media, like people, acquaintances, people that I work with and stuff like that. So I mean, it's people are gonna check it out, at least once.
If their cast list is any indication, it seems they've spared no expense on the film. Yes, the first movie. Come on,
Gotcha.
Thank you. I'll be here. Be here all night.
It's day one, Danny. I'm, the other year we're trying to catch up with you.
I'm just done with you.
Felt like you meant that. But with this film, like I said, it's gonna be. Well, you're saying, okay, Speedy. You're saying you saw people.
Yeah. And that's just isolated things. Just me making a mental notes for myself, like, oh, look at that person sharing that. I have never seen like those kinds of movies before, or even comment about them.
I mean, I looked at like with the teaser trailer, the whole rollout of everything, and it seemed like it was some definitely interest there from general audience.
Yeah.
It's the number one. It's saying the number one trailer in the 24-hour period, like ever in DC and Warner Brothers history. So interest is there. I just wonder, like, again, is it reaching everyone? Like, and I think by Super Bowl, after the Super Bowl trailer, teaser, or whatever, I think that's what's going to really stamp it home if the interest is there. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
The kids are coming to the yard for the milkshake. I just don't know if they're gonna like it.
I'm rocking with Speedy humor today.
There hasn't been a trailer, right, for Jurassic World yet? They're leaving it for
the first look.
Just that AI one that's going around of ScarJo turning into a raptor.
Oh, jeez.
Who's the director?
Yeah, it's fake. Yeah. The director, Gareth Edwards.
Oh, okay.
Rogue One.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, Rogue One director.
Oh, Rogue One.
Nice. He did.
See, Backyard TARDIS totally got what I was saying. He totally got it. Hammond spared no expense, except he only had the one IT guy.
It's still going over my head. Still. As I said, we rusty. We coming up the holidays, y'all. We usually we're funny.
You're rusty. You're rusty.
Danny's
We
on
love
point all
Danny.
the time, guys.
Just,
Okay?
just so y'all know, yeah, we do love Danny, and she loves us too. She loves us too. So that's gonna be a very interesting. Like I said, this year, July is gonna be nuts. Those 2 weeks in a row right there. I know what you did last summer is doing, I guess, a reboot. Everybody doing reboots now? Like, what's going on? Or I think they're bringing back.
Man, there's a
They're
lot
bringing
of
back. Yeah, they're bringing back Jennifer Love Hewitt though. So okay, so it's not a reboot. I guess it's like a Scream type thing, right? Like
First movie.
They
Yeah.
brought back Sarah Michelle
You hyped for
Gellar
that?
too, haven't they? Even though she
I
died.
believe. Yeah,
Oh no, she
Can
didn't.
they
die
do
in
that?
one.
She didn't.
Yeah.
I thought she did.
Yeah, they're bringing her back somehow, and someone asked her how she felt about them bringing back Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she just was like, I have to go.
Wow.
Oh, dang.
She take her man.
Trauma.
Like what happened? What happened here? That's what we.
Beef.
I'm gonna have to watch a film just for that, just for the behind the scenes beef.
We need all the smoke.
Speedy, you shouted out Smurfs. You was really excited.
Yeah.
You sounded really excited for that.
I'm not. I just wonder why we.
That's what Dave calls me. Dave has not called me by my
used to be
name
the-
in almost 10 years. He
Oh,
calls
really?
me
You're a
Smurf.
Nice.
Oh, it's like a nickname thing. Yeah.
So it's a documentary about you, Danny. Right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Smurfs
It's a
may do
docudrama.
numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. Trolls did last year.
Is it animated or live action?
I think
Oh,
it's
let's see.
animated. I think it's animated, or like that. Like
If it's animated, it's
Man,
gonna probably make a lot of money.
Come on, say if it's live action, that's gonna be trash.
That's a skipper,
live
buddy.
action.
That's a hard skipper.
Yeah, it looks animated, and hey, it's the lead voices in this film is Rihanna and Cholo Maridueña.
Who's
the Blue
who's
Beetle
the
guy?
who's the
That's
people?
really
Zolo.
Is it,
His name is Zolo.
who's the people?
Well, he
doing the
says
animation?
Cholo.
The
So
company.
I don't know.
Who's producing it? The
Let's
animation
see. Let me see.
He did not say Cholo, did he?
company?
He did.
It's Cholo. That's how you. That's
His
how
name
you
is
pronounce it.
Zolo.
Cholo.
Solo.
He is not a Cholo. man.
Maridueña.
Solo.
You're welcome to find audio and hear him say it. But as far as with it's Paramount, Speedy. Smurfs is being done by Paramount.
Paramount. That's
And-
not the people who do Despicable
They got Sonic.
Me. They got the Sonic people.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's animated. It has me Rihanna. I think it's gonna do numbers. Smurfs. Yeah, I'm glad Speedy shouted that out. He's really looking forward to for the whole family
Hey,
there.
I still got the Smurfs Atari game. Atari 2600 there. That's how OG I am. Okay.
Hey, there we go. There we go. So they're gonna do some numbers. It's gonna be a lot of films and family films and stuff. Fantastic Four, obviously, that's gonna be huge. I feel, or is it? Because I'm starting to get a little pushback from people. Now, this is social media, so they're gonna find a reason to hate anything. But
Right.
the like, let's say, and this may be a fair thing. Like, let's say the pop culture test, like Fantastic Four be more popular or Superman? Like, I actually would think Superman, right? If you think like everybody ain't talking about Reed Richards like that, you know?
It's true.
Just saying. It's Marvel, yeah. Though the same person was like Marvel's trash, but then they're like, no, it's more popular than Superman. It's like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know how you have
live in a
do
bubble.
that both ways. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how you got that from that. But I'm just thinking Superman. I think that'll end up being a more popular, brand overall. I don't know. What you think about that?
I think Superman definitely has better recognition, of course. I mean, hello. But I think MCU as a whole, I think as fans, I think people have been waiting for this Fantastic Four. So I think this might be it. This might be the Fantastic Four everybody's been waiting for. We've seen so many. So that's the other thing too. It becomes drowned out just as way as Superman, I guess. We've seen so many. We've had so many Superman movies, and we've had so many Fantastic Four movies. So I'd say in that explanation, they're a little similar in that way, and in the zeitgeist of just regulars watching movies. They're probably like another Fantastic Four movie, another Superman movie. All right, But for us though, we understand like, okay, this is the rebooted Superman movie, James Gunn, and then Fantastic Four. This is the MCU Fantastic Four, the official MCU Fantastic Four that we've been waiting for, not this Fox stuff, not this other, you know what I'm saying? So there you go. So they're both very similar in a weird way, as far as like their presentation.
I think like
past,
I think like people definitely are at least taking a huge notice to the Superman, just because it's like it's been so long since we had a Superman film. So that's one thing. But like Fernando says, if they finally put out there that RDJ is going to pop up,
I might.
And Fantastic Four, then that's your recognition right there that you need. So
Neil Seven says DC brand is damaged. Yeah, sure, probably. But I would say Fantastic Four's brand is damaged too.
Right?
I mean, we've only had one decent Fantastic Four movie, and that was probably the first one. That's debatable.
Definitely. Go ahead, Carlos.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, to Speedy's point, I kind of, not kind of. I agree with him because I think the way that they're kind of platforming these both films, there's like multiple characters in both of these films, so it's not just a regular. Oh yeah, here's another Superman film or here's another Fantastic Four film. I feel like, and I think in the chat, I don't know who said it. It all depends on that first trailer for Fantastic Four on if we're gonna see how many like all the different characters like we did in Superman. So now when you're going to go see Superman, you're not just expecting, oh, this is a, Krypton exploded, ship is crashed. It's a whole different thing. So
I really think that the Superman movie is going to be like, this is Superman that exists in this universe, interacting with all these heroes and villains and characters and, and trying to be the best Superman he can be, even though he gets the snot kicked out of him almost to death, like every other day, Yeah. And people throwing people throwing trash at him at back of his head, you know what I mean? So I
that'd be interesting.
That's Superman, but it's Fantastic. We haven't seen anything for Fantastic Four, but I think it's going to be an they have to come with a different, interesting take than just here's Superman and he fights for truth and justice and the American way. You know what I I mean? We've seen that.
All I hear is still screaming every time.
They got to do a different take. A different take that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, RDJ. Like I said, if they even hint that he's in this film, because a lot of people thinking RDJ is going to be in Fantastic Four, it's going to do numbers just off of him. With Superman, like people saying that DC brand is damaged. That's what I was saying with Gunn. He's not counting on DC fans now, and that's a weird thing to say. Because like you think of Star Wars, you want to appeal to Star Wars fans, right? But like they've just been taking them off the whole time. It's like Star Wars has to really do it with Superman. You could try to transcend to a general audience, and so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see the execution of that. What do you say, Sholo? Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said Cholo.
He said Cholo. He definitely said Cholo.
The X is a
so how do you y'all talking about this comment? So how do you pronounce what he said?
Sholo. Sholo.
So okay, so what are we talking about? A Z sound. What are we talking about? Sholo. That's what I'm Midwest. I'm gonna. I say Cholo when I see that.
I'm Midwest.
But that's not a Z. That's not a Z sound.
Really? The X makes a Z sound also. I've only ever heard those names come off as Z. I'm a quarter Mexican, okay? I have family members that pronounce it with a Z. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think it's Cholo. And after that though, you got Naked Gun, which is I know I'm sure Speedy, I know you remember the old Naked Gun films.
I do.
Pretty sure you remember.
I do.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to this.
I
think they're definitely dated. Talk about next to it is Freaker Friday. I think Freaker Friday Friday is still very fresh, even though it's an older movie. People think fondly of Freaky Friday, and maybe the sequel is going to be a little weird, you know.
So
Versus
yeah,
the Naked Gun is like oh yeah, we need a reboot of Naked Gun. That movie's old,
Yeah,
you know.
really.
I'm
old.
here. Freakier Friday is gonna have Lindsay Lohan back in it. Is
It
that?
is.
Oh yeah, that's a big
Yeah.
deal. Like they've got her and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh
They got-
man,
they got her hydrated and everything.
they switched bodies. So.
So what was the first one? Oh, okay. The first one was Freaky
Yeah.
Friday.
love you,
Okay,
sweetie.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I love you
Gotcha.
so
Just
much.
watch the Little Dicky music video. It explains
You'll
it.
get
perfectly.
Gotcha.
You'll get it. Do a Google
So
search.
so the first film was pretty big then, right? That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Freaky
growing up
Friday.
for me, it was. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God,
why
how
that wasn't
old are
like on
you,
my radar.
Carlos?
I'm turning 30 this year.
Are you the baby of the group?
Definitely.
Man, I feel old now.
I was to say that movie came out when my kids were kids.
Yeah, that was a big
So
deal.
Freaky
That's when Lindsay Lohan was still the crush of every teenage
When
boy.
she was still hot.
Yeah.
So that's August. Freakier Friday. Then you get a couple. You get a couple horror projects: Conjuring, Saw. I'm sure it's all
Skip
stuff Carlos watched.
And Skip.
Yeah.
that's
I
the-
know.
I'll watch
I'm
Conjuring,
sure
but
horror fans will love them.
Yeah.
for obvious reasons, I'm not a big fan of movies where they chop off feet.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
Yeah.
a little triggering.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I'm not saying I have a weak stomach. I can't say that publicly, but
No, I'm just a
Yeah,
scaredy cat.
Publicly.
Oh no. I'm a scaredy cat, guys. I just play the
tough
video
visuals.
games. I just play the video games.
games.
But those low budget horror films, they make a lot of money, so they're gonna they're gonna do their
I
thing.
remember somebody on my other podcast that had watched the last Conjuring. It wasn't a great review of it, so I don't know if they're
I'll take his word for it.
hitting all cylinders with that franchise.
All right, yeah. I think I said they only spend like $20 million, then they make 100. You know what I mean? So they're gonna always make those.
Shin says pass on Shaw, jump the shark. So maybe the last Saw wasn't so great.
Oh, I was done with Saw like after the second one. Like I was like, why are we still making these? Like the first one was.
All I knew is the guy had to saw off his right foot in the first one. It was
the
like,
first one.
no
yeah.
thanks, little too
Man,
close
Man,
to
Danny
home.
Glover.
Next project.
That was as far as I could go. I'm
Next
like,
on the
okay,
list.
just, kind of on the nose. There's Saw. Like I didn't know you really gonna saw. Saw it
They
all.
probably saw things off in the movie. In the title.
Thought you
Just
would
not
imply your song. Like, geez, man. But we got Robert Harrison. He says here, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well and to the rest of the panel. Says, what about that Star Wars Mandalorian movie? When's that coming out?
We waited for it.
Next
we waited
year.
for it like you, Robert.
2026.
Yeah,
that's
it's coming out next year.
So they'll be on the next list that we have. Everybody back a year from now, and we'll talk about Mandalorian.
If I'm still friends with you by then, I don't know.
my goodness! I knew that was coming. I felt that
Today.
I felt that a mile away. But I'm sure we'll be the bestest of friends still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got Tron. You got the new Tron coming out in October. That has Jared Leto, right? Or is it Leto? No, I was playing.
Yeah.
Jared Leto.
The cult leader himself.
This guy is Joey. He got jokes today, man.
No, I'm just talking about the film. I'm just talking about the film. There's some footage out there of this Tron. I've been let down. The first Tron,
Speak
I
your
didn't really
truth,
get
Sil.
into.
Speak it.
I'm just saying, back in the day, I didn't really get into the Tron stuff at all. Then they came out with that was Tron 2000 or something, whatever that was. And I was like, oh, this should be cool. Like, it's like a computer, right? It's like and I was like bored to death. Watching
Really?
that.
You didn't like it? Okay.
I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. Thing. Now here, Tron Ares, I guess is going to be cool. I did like the footage I saw of that. Tron Legacy. Yeah, Legacy. I didn't like Legacy. Yeah, I didn't know. So maybe it's not for me, Speedy. Maybe that's what
So I'm with you. Like, I wasn't a big fan of the first Tron. I thought it was weird as a kid, but I liked the video game. You go in the arcades and play the Tron video game. I used to love all those arcade games used to have back in the day. And then I liked Tron Legacy. It's like one of those weird sci-fi takes on it. I had to go back and watch the original Tron after I watched Legacy because I didn't get some of the references and stuff like that. And that was hard too. Still, the first Tron is still a hard watch for me.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's kind of. I don't know if
I'm
it's
looking
like
forward to
slow
it. And looking
or-
forward to them finishing the story. There you go.
Yeah, that's very, very fair and diplomatic. An answer that won't upset anybody. Oh, that's cool. We'll see.
I'm on the fence,
what
guys.
happens
I'm on
with
the fence.
that. On the fence,
90%
of course.
of the time.
Now, October 24th, that's Mortal Kombat 2.
I'm excited for that one.
You know,
I don't know,
I'm not
man.
taking any Mortal Kombat slander.
Johnny Cage.
People was hating on that first film. Did y'all notice that back in, what was that,
I didn't like it.
2021?
I liked
Yeah,
it. It was okay. It was
it was
entertaining because
okay.
we were, all locked down for COVID.
I
Right.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was.
We enjoyed it because there was nothing else.
This is so good. This
Yeah.
is so great.
Yeah.
It actually was.
I
Not wrong.
enjoyed it, guys.
It was,
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
it was all right.
I thought I was gonna have more backing with that one. I guess not. But yeah, the first one was pretty cool. Now the original one, though it was PG-13, that was probably the best one.
Oh, yeah.
you
Now,
think,
now
Danny?
you're speaking
Now
my
we're cool.
language.
We're cool
That's-
again now.
The
The
original Mortal
soundtrack
Kombat
alone.
was so dumb.
The sound-
that it
soundtrack.
passed the dumb level and became just super entertaining being dumb.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
talking
mean?
about the second one?
And fun. No, I'm talking about the original
was
Mortal Kombat.
The
live
original
The
Mortal
original wasn't
Kombat
dumb.
movie
action. Yeah,
was
it was.
made for us kids.
Yeah, it was.
Played Mortal Kombat. That's what
Yeah,
it
that
was.
Yep.
literally,
Yep,
yeah.
exactly.
And it had the soundtrack.
And they just doubled down on it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
The second one was terrible. The second one was
It was
so
terrible.
bad.
The second one, no, that doesn't exist, Danny. That's another one that like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
There was no part
Hey,
2.
My
Yeah.
little brother and I walked out of the theater like we're just gonna pretend like we didn't
we
lose
didn't
that
see
last hour and a half of our lives.
It's one of the worst movies ever. Like really, like it's
Agree. It's down in
not
history.
entertaining. Like
It's in the worst movies of all time section of the Library of Congress.
Right near Thor: Love and Thunder, right near that movie.
No, it's
Love
not.
and Thunder's
no.
better.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
Love and
Love and
Thunder's better.
Thunder's way better
Love
than
and
Mortal
Thunder.
Kombat 2.
Love and Thunder Shakespeare compared to Mortal
Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was
Yeah.
Annihilation.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I didn't lose
Annihilation
any
is
time on that.
Yes. Annihilation,
Yeah.
that's what it was called.
Annihilation.
Terrible.
It annihilated everything.
Annihilated
It
everything
is
about
the
Mortal
worst.
Kombat ever.
It is part of the worst film I've ever seen. Like really, it is the worst film I've seen.
Jeez.
It's that bad. It's that bad. But the first one's good. Let's see. Predator Badlands. Let me move my commercials out of the way here. November 7th. That's the guy that did Prey, right? I think he's doing this one too.
Yes.
So that should be good.
From what I
That's
heard,
pretty
yes.
It should be good.
Yeah, Predator Badlands, and though they are thinking about actually moving it up because they say it's pretty much done. He didn't use a lot of CGI and stuff like that. So we'll see. November
Do you think
21st,
it
the
will
Running
replace
Man.
something if it does move up?
Well, that was a rumor that if they push back Fantastic Four, they would just swap. They'll move Badlands up to the July, but again, that's not solid sourcing with the Fantastic Four pushing back. I'm gonna make sure I say that. I know people don't care about sourcing. I wish I would have known that like 4 years ago. I would have been making up all kinds of shit. Like, man, y'all don't even care about sourcing out there. so it's like, dang, I can just put my name out there. But no, we'll see. We'll see about that. Now the Running Man. I know somebody remember the OG.
I remember the OG
Schwarzenegger.
Running Man.
Yeah.
My take on this is, man, they better slap with this Running Man because I remember fondly the first Running Man. You know?
Oh wow,
man,
Yeah.
that still goes hard.
I like the first Running Man. That still goes hard for being an age
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. So they better you know.
And that's a Stephen King book.
Yeah.
So
that's
you've got like
an
two separate huge fan bases, like really anticipating that. I don't know how poor Stephen King, he needs to just quietly stop.
Wow. The premise of Running Man is it seems like an obvious premise, but it just is dope. Like it's setting up these battles. You know, you had Jesse Ventura in there, late great Jim Brown was in there as well. It's a action film, like just like
it's a bro movie.
It's a bro action film, easily. Now let's see. Edgar Wright is the director of this one. Edgar Wright,
good call.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm okay. Not a fan of Edgar Wright, but Running Man, you know what I mean? That's what I'm looking at with Edgar Wright. Like, okay.
It's probably going to be like super violent too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think he's more cerebral. I think that's the point I'm trying to make with Edgar Wright. But you got Josh Brolin and Glenn Powell. So that's going to make money easily, Running Man, with that. So rounding out the holiday, because it'll be around Thanksgiving, right? And then you got Wicked Part 2. The first one making money now, Wicked. So it's Part 2. All right, so people will be back in the theaters for that.
For Christmas, I actually went to Universal down in Orlando, and they have like a whole like Wicked like museum in there where you could go look at all the different stuff. It's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I didn't even know they had it when I went. So
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, despite Cynthia Erivo's efforts, that movie is doing very well.
Yeah,
like she really tried to keep us away.
I don't know what. Well,
what was the controversy?
I know what.
She's so insufferable. So, all right. For those who do not know, Wicked has been a Broadway smash for over a decade, like decades at this point. Idina Menzel.
It's like the continuation of A Wizard of Oz, right?
It's a prequel. It's based on some books.
Okay. Yeah.
Based on books that were written. Anyway, there's a very famous poster for the Broadway musical that's existed for over 20 years. And they did a movie poster that paid homage to that. And a graphic designer, a fan, made it look exactly like the Broadway poster. And what that did was it tilted Cynthia Erivo's hat down more and painted her lips red. And Cynthia Erivo said, "This is simply the most offensive thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, how are you trying to erase me? Are you high right now, honey? Do you not? What is wrong with you?" And then every single interview you would see with her in Ariana Grande, it was like you were in the middle of their therapy session. Every single one. They're like, "Oh, that's so traumatizing and beautiful. It's amazing. Let me hold your finger." It's just
it wasn't good marketing.
No, it was terrible marketing.
Like you said,
and
it's
they're
that
doing
prequel
the sequel thing. I guess it's already filmed already.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So the original, part 1's out now. It's killing it in theaters. Like, it's like 700 million. It's making money, and they made it into 2 stories, so they split it up.
Okay.
So the part 2's coming out this Thanksgiving. I think it's going to just do the same as long as she shuts up the actress. As long as she shuts up.
I'm pretty sure marketing is going to be a lot different for this second film.
One can hope. One can hope.
So we'll see. We'll definitely see what that's. But again, it's Thanksgiving time. That's gonna be again. I think the Running Man. I'm really gonna be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
you know
to
what?
that.
That's like the next. That's the next Barbenheimer right there. Running Man and Wicked coming out that week. So
Running Wicked.
We got all year to think of a name for that. Though I'm calling it Barbenheimer again.
Wicked Running.
Or Running Wicked, yeah.
Yeah.
The Wicked Run. Yeah.
Wicked Run.
Because it's the one they came up with Gladiator and Wicked. That was the worst name.
If it doesn't just naturally flow out, roll off your tongue. Just
I'm gonna say Running Wicked. That's what I'm saying. Running Wicked.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna maybe. Oh, that's what you said.
Wicked Man is offensive to men everywhere.
Yeah. We gotta sell this, man. We gotta, Running Wicked. I'm glad I came up with Running Wicked.
Oh, here we go.
I am so done with you. I am so done.
Let me wrap this up.
Day 1 of 2025, and I'm just done.
We couldn't get past the first day. Let me wrap this up because I gotta apologize to her later, guys. We got Zootopia coming out, which I was a huge fan of the first Zootopia. Like that was just one of those animated. Yeah, I really like that.
How long ago was it that Zootopia came out?
Almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years. There you go.
Like 9 years.
I really like
Matt
it.
Reeves, 10 years.
People. There you go.
Yes, there you have it. Right? Words are hard, kids.
There you go.
Let's see.
That's what we call a callback in the industry.
Let me make sure.
I was waiting for that
Oh,
one.
God.
Yeah, I had it in my pocket. I just had to take it out, you know.
So 2016, okay. Yeah. They did come out with like a series or something, didn't they?
They came out with Penguin.
Yeah.
That-
But it's not Reeves, so we can't give him that same, we can't give Reeves that excuse. No, we're supposed to be against him. Yeah, we're supposed to be. But definitely on Zootopia, yeah, really. I don't know what it was. It was because I thought it was going to be stupid watching the trailers, and I just happened to watch Zootopia. It must have been on Disney Plus or something, and I was just like, oh my god, like I'm really liking this. This just that whole film. So anyway, I watch cartoons sometimes.
We know.
At Five Nights at Freddy, the breakout hit came out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
that was
fans,
a big
lot of fans for
surprise.
that.
Yep. Then you got part 2 with that. That's going to be kind of just out there. We'll see what that does. And then finally, Avatar is a Christmas film.
Yeah.
Highlight film of the year.
That's another good example.
That's going to be huge. Avatar, it does $2 billion every time it comes out, y'all. Like it's going to just kill Christmas holiday box office, like crazy stuff. So a lot of films to look forward to in 2025. We got the Diddy's. Oh my goodness. In the chat, last minute comments and questions, throw it in the chat. As these are going to be a lot of the projects we're going to be talking about this year. Yeah. Again, newer folks find the channel. We cover like the CBM geek stuff, but film in general as well. And then I have other platforms where I'm going to be a little more in depth talking about films, just in general. So just stay tuned with all that coming forward. Link will be in the description. Again, I got the Superman channel. Really liking that discussion because we try to hunt down the information over there. People be putting out fake stuff, and so we try to hunt stuff down. So I'm having a lot of fun with that, and there'll be other platforms as well too. So going forward, and the links, these guys' links are in the platform as well too. Speedy,
yes,
you got your shows and stuff coming up.
That's right,
as usual.
As usual, Geek Culture Congress podcast. We do it live on Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. And then you could always consume the audio versions of that wherever you listen to podcasts. And I'll be covering, we're trying to keep up with all the Voltron live action movie stuff as soon as it comes out. So I'll be talking about that stuff on the channel. And come hang out with me there. Mm-hmm. We go live Tuesdays at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Again, links in the description. And Danny, comics and everything. What we got? You wrapped up your Dune thing, right?
Yes, Dune ended, so we stopped our watch parties. That was good. It was a good show. We had a really good time with that. I'm taking this week off from live streams, maybe 2. I don't know. But I do have a video dropping. I got to interview Corin Nemec, who most you nerds would remember him from Stargate SG-1. If you're old like Speedy and I, you probably remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose. That was a big show for us tweens back in the day. But he's a super cool guy, and he wants to come back and do more. So that'll be coming out in the next week. Other than that, that's like,
Awesome. Again, links in the description for Danny. And we were just playing. People think she's really not mad at me, guys. Carlos, what's going on with you?
Well, tonight we do have our Creature Commandos watch along.
Like, how did I get in trouble day one? That's amazing.
Because you run your mouth. You just run your mouth.
That answers that. Yeah. Go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, Creature Commandos tonight on your YouTube Superman channel.
Watch party.
Watch party. And then coming up, we got playoffs for not basketball yet. It's too early, but football-wise. And then basketball is heating up, though. So I am excited for that. So a lot of edits and reactions are coming out pretty soon. And we have March Madness pretty soon. We're kind of winding down. I know we still got 2 months away, but March Madness is coming around pretty soon. So a lot of these games.
Yeah, that comes quick.
Yeah. So,
Sports
where I'm at.
ball.
Yes, ma'am.
Sports ball for sure. And Carlos link is in the description. That's the first thing of 2025. I had to make sure he's linked. Now just gotta keep Danny happy. So with as Carlos was saying, we're doing a watch party for Creature Commandos. That's been really cool because I had very low expectations going into that series. But as just a DC Comics fan, like the Easter eggs and stuff that Gunn's putting in there, gotta say, man, like I'm really has been impressed. I think every week me and Carlos is like, man, like after the first episode, I don't know if I was just tired, but I was just like, okay, like I can go to sleep right now. Like it's like 3 a.m. bro. Like,
it was definitely like a build. It was a setup. Like you saw him setting everything up. But then I think a lot what helped out going throughout the series as well is like we had the trailer drop. We have all this other news that happened as well. So it's like it kind of correlated a lot with a lot of the stuff going behind the scenes of the show. So it was pretty exciting.
Yeah. So that's been keeping me watching this show. And then they're having a little cliffhanger stuff coming each week. I'm like, okay, like what's gonna happen? Like, flags, some people dying and stuff. But so we'll see what happens. Again, it's gonna be plenty more coverage across various platforms. Stay tuned on that overall. We got a few questions coming in before we close because I got watching. I was saying with the sports stuff too, like Carlos was saying, me and his show, the Night Views, that's going to be coming back kind of remixed a little bit for the NFL playoffs. So we got another week off and then we'll be back. And I still got to explain to him what I'm trying to do with that. But having a blast with that for those as sports fans. Links in the description for that as well too. So Fernando says, do you think Lobo will be in the Superman post-credit scene?
Maybe. Very possible.
At this point. When they make these announcements, is because
if not Lobo, definitely Supergirl.
Well,
Possibly.
he's definitely in Supergirl. Yeah.
I think definitely Supergirl's.
Yeah, he's already cast in Super. Like he's going to be on set, like I said, in like 10 days for that.
They start filming soon, so makes sense.
But can he pop up before that? I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say no because you already got the strength of the announcement.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just like, we could wait another year, bro. We'll see you next year.
Don't overfeed us. Don't overfeed us.
Right. It's like we're good. It's the year of Superman. No. Okay. All right. I don't know if that's going to stick. I just don't know if that's going to. Maria says, "Do y'all think Null? I don't make fun of you. Null should be the main villain in Spider-Man 4? No, I know she's saying no.
Should be.
No.
I don't know. I feel it would lean too much on Sony. Like you would have had to, that would be them trying to tie the third Venom to MCU. Like that's Sony being like, so we're going out now, right?
That sounds like what Sony would do, right? Like it's like probably shouldn't tie anything to Venom. Like let's go ahead and do it. I know Sony wants Noel to show up in a future Spider-Man film. So, will it be this one? I don't know. I don't know the purpose of, what if people saw Venom 3, like, I don't know the purpose of you want to carry on that character. It really was not meaningless. It really was in the film. So, unfortunately, that's Sony being Sony, but hopefully those spinoffs are dead for good.
Was it true that I saw the Into the Spider-Verse ain't coming out to like 2027 or something like that?
I don't even think they know at this point.
That's nuts. That was probably their best thing they had.
Yeah.
I don't know. How did they mess that up? Like, you should have had part 2 or that next part like ready immediately. Like
I thought it was. I thought it was done.
After the first one did so well, then the second one like had a crazy cliffhanger. Like that was like I was ready to watch the next one immediately. Like, okay, like let's make that. And it's like, give us like 5 more years. Like
I feel like they blew all their money trying to keep their contracts for those characters, their licenses to those characters, making all those terrible movies. And then
that's like
Jameek messing up on being a total creep on social media. Not helping.
Well, first, what you were saying as far as, for them to keep the rights, they got to make a project. I think within every 4 years or something like that. But that takes money, right? So it's like they're literally blowing money just to keep the rights when they should just let Marvel, here, Marvel, you do it.
Yeah, right.
We'll take our cut, and then Shamik, that was weird. I don't know if people know what, the voice of Miles Morales, right? He does a great job with the character, but he posted a picture like with another actress, like they're like dating or something, and she's like,
"Excuse me, I am engaged."
Like, I'm engaged, bro. Like, why are you putting her like
weird? Please stop.
and she said she asked him in private a couple times, and then she came out publicly. I'm saying with women, man, like when they're acting nice, like just accept they're being nice, because like when they go savage,
when we ask you nicely,
it gets
okay.
Hey, so I think advice there, brother.
Take that as a warning shot.
Yeah, it gets ugly, bro. When because it's like. Because at first I was like, dang, why she come out public like that? But she's like, I asked him like a couple times.
Putting up pictures of females without their permission.
Yeah.
And then, but also doing it in such a way to lead people to believe that y'all are an item.
It's like an item, yeah.
Like, stop trying to force my hand. Yeah, that's a nice picture. We look nice together in the picture. That doesn't mean I want to touch butts with you. Just.
When you put it like that, that does sound worse that he did that. We got Robert Harrison saying, when will Universal give the Hulk rights back to Marvel? I think that contract for the Hulk contract should be up this year. So this is like a very sketchy thing. Like for the last 2 years, kept hearing the rights will revert back. It seems like the holdup is it's kind of like the Disney stake in Hulu. They're supposed to have 100% of that now, and it was like a trade-off for the rights for Hulk, because it's a conjunction thing, with Universal, and it's a lot. It's messy. It's messy. But you would know Disney has the rights back when they announced World War Hulk, when they announced that project. And, or World War Hulks, I'll just say it in plural, because that's totally different stories. You hear World War Hulk, you're thinking of that original cool one after Planet Hulk, where World War Hulks is something different, and that includes the leader, the leaders in Captain America, Brave New World. So there's a connection, a little connection there. The point, they'll announce a Hulk project once that's clear. It's sort of like the X-Men thing. They had to let those. You remember that, Danny? Like they had to wait for the X-Men rights to revert back. Last year or something like that. So they couldn't announce nothing.
Couldn't announce anything, couldn't say anything. And this is something that has been going on for years and even affected the comics. Like they were so upset with themselves that they sold these rights when they were broke. They couldn't even make New Mutants for the comic books because they didn't want to give them just hand over money. That's why Miss Marvel came out as an Inhuman. Sorry, it gets me started.
No, we appreciate the Reds. This Joker comment, the aliases on this channel is amazing. Like y'all be clowning, y'all really be clowning. That just I had a giggle after that. Final question, then we're gonna get out of here. Maria says, "Will we see Deadpool again before Secret Wars?" What do you think, Danny?
No.
No.
They don't have the time, the money, or anything to do a new Deadpool vehicle while they're working on all this stuff. There's nothing in the works for Deadpool right now aside from Secret Wars until they, really have time. That's something they've learned a hard lesson in the last 5 years is the hubris. They thought, oh well, they're eating whatever we're selling, so let's just just do it. Just do everything we can at once, and got them just overloaded, overwhelmed. And what did it get them? It got us Secret Invasion.
Oh man, I wish I could say we what Secret Invasion, but no, that crap really happened, man.
Yeah.
Man,
justice for terrible. Maria Hill. Justice for Maria Hill. I'll never stop saying it. But yeah, that's they. I think they've learned a hard lesson the last 5 years that you need to slow down. spend some time to make sure that what you're putting out there is quality. Deadpool is such a big ticket item for them. They cannot afford to not give Deadpool 110% of their attention and time and money. So I don't see that happening.
I mean, it could be a scenario where they sneak him in Doomsday, like some were saying. I could see that.
Possibly.
But,
I'm talking like an actual
Deadpool project. Yeah.
No.
There's going to like you were saying, like Deadpool Wolverine was such a huge hit last year. Now I can say last year. It was huge, and they're going to do more. And Hugh Jackman, he's going to want to do more. And become a patron. I'll talk more about that. The Patreon.
Plug.
Yeah, that was link in the description.
Damn.
We're gonna go around.
I gotta take notes.
We're gonna round on out on that note. But definitely appreciate everyone for this new year, new happier times. No one's upset. Much love to Soul Nation. We out of here.
Stay tuned.
Still doing to speak true as he bring the news. Coffee talk, stay brew, kick back, get real comfortable. Here to stay, no on delay, make sure I be's informed. On the road, on the go, playing ball on that pavement floor. It's the lifestyle right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Guaranteed all week's going to always be on time. That's my word, y'all heard from Il Divino Vega's mouth. What's the worth much more than what these networks talk about?